Jesus is not your savior. Even the very Bibles with the names removed will tell you that the name for salvation is not Jesus. Watch this video until the very end to be a part of the top 4% of persons who have been awakened to this type of knowledge. As I said before, and I will say it again, the translators, when they removed the name of the creator, they replaced it with a system that could allow people to know when they were speaking about the name of the creator separate from when they were speaking or referring to the title of the creator. Why am I mentioning this? Because it will make you understand who the name of your Savior is. So let us go to a Bible preface. This is the English Standard Version, right? Where in the preface or the introduction of a lot of these Bibles, you would find the translators have dropped some hints and some clues as to what they have done to the word and why they use certain terms and titles. This preface says, as is common among English translations today, the ESV usually renders the personal name of, they have God here, but I'll say Aloha because Aloha means Almighty One, YHWH by the word Lord, which is in all caps, printed in small capitals. An exception to this is when the Hebrew word Adonai appears with YHWH, in which case the two words are rendered together as the Lord in lowercase. Whenever you see the Lord in all caps, that is where the name of the Creator used to be or should be. So we are going to look at the preface of the World English Bible and see what they say regarding this. The classic World English Bible translates Aloha's proper name in the Old Testament as, it should be Yahuwah there because we know ancient Hebrew does not have W nor E's, right? So it couldn't be Yahweh. All other editions of the World English Bible translate the same name as Lord, all capital letters or when used with Lord, right? So they're telling you all caps letters, that's where his name should be. And all these translators, they use this as the identifier to show that. We're going to turn to Psalms 146. Before I even start reading, right at that title, they have all caps, Lord, the only Savior. If you replace Yahuwah's name with this title, it now reads Yahuwah, the only Savior. That's their subtitle. They knew this. They know what the all caps Lord means. So they are telling you that the name of the Creator should be there and Yahuwah, the only Savior. So Jonah 2 verse 9 reads, but I will sacrifice to thee with the voice of thanksgiving. I will pay that which I have vowed. Salvation is of. Replace the name of the Creator, Yahuwah, because you see them all caps, the Lord, right? That's not a coincidence. All these other translations also say the same thing, apart from the literal standard version, which says salvation is of YHWH, which is the four letters that they use as a tetragrammaton to show that that's where the name of the Father should be. And a lot of you might be saying, well, you know, That those are Old Testament scriptures. So that was then because he was their savior. No, that's not the case, because there are plenty of scriptures in the Brit Hadash, also known as the New Testament, which also testify that it is indeed the name of Yahuwah that should be there when you do see the Lord in all caps, right? Turn to Romaim 10 verse 9. I'll start with the literal standard version first. That if you may confess with your mouth that Yahusha is, what do you see here? All caps again. That's where the name of the Creator should be. That Yahusha is Yahuwah, and may believe in your heart that Allah raised him out of the dead, you will be saved. So it's saying if you confess with your mouth that Yahusha is Yahuwah, who came in the flesh, believing in your heart that he raised himself up and went back on high, then you will be saved. Translation from the Aramaic, it is saying, Lord Yahusha, right? And it there it goes again with the all caps Lord. So it's telling you that's where the name of the Father should be. And how am I so sure that it is the name of the Father? That he is the one that came in the flesh as Yahusha and went back on high. Because if we turn to Joel 2 verse 32, it says, and it shall come about that whoever calls on the name of Yahuwah, there is the Lord again, all caps, will be saved, in bracket, from the coming judgment. For on Mount Sion and in Jerusalem there will be those who escape, as Yahuwah has said, even among the remnant, in bracket, of survivors whom Yahuwah calls. Those who call on the name of Yahuwah will be saved from the coming judgment, right? And they will escape because Yahuwah called them. And how do I know for a fact that Yahuwah's name should be here? Well, for that same Joel 2 verse 32 is the literal standard version, which these translators, they placed YHWH, is delivered for in Mount Sion. So they are telling you that is where the name of the Creator should be. So that all caps Lord was signifying that the name of Yahuwah should be there, right? And look below that, Young's literal translation. These translators put the name Yehovah. So they are telling you, we know that the name of the Creator should be right there. He is the Savior. If the name of the Creator is the Savior, then Yahuwah, who they placed and told you is the Lord, is your Savior.